I just packed the last box. I'm gonna get these out of the house and then we're minimalists for a week.
Since we're moving really soon, we decided why don't we just pack up like 90% of our stuff and live as extreme minimalists for a week.
We got some really good advice from our friends over at the YouTube channel Small Changes. They're a minimalist family who are living big with less, so if you're looking for tips or advice, then check out their channel after this video. We're just gonna go around our house now and give you a tour of what it looks like and what's missing.
Yeah, we actually did a house tour.
What you doing?
This is like new.
Okay.
What I was gonna say is that we did a house tour a few months ago, so if you want to do a quick comparison between now and back then you can check that out up here.
In here, all the cupboards are empty. We took all the electronics out, all the board games out. Most things are gone from in here, and there are a lot less decorative items, even though this is probably the room with the most decorative items in the home. Let's go to the kitchen. Some of the advice we got, seriously, little girl. Some of the advice we got was to get rid of trash first and then use up what you have on hand. So we didn't have a bunch of trash lying around to begin with, but we got rid of some paper clutter and a few other items. Now, I had a lot of food lying around the house and the freezer was packed full. All these oils here were all full. I've been using them up for the past few weeks to try and use as much as possible before the move. What we have left in terms of kitchen items are these. 6 plates, 6 bowls, 7 glasses, baby items, and lunches. Down here, stuff for cooking, like a third of what I had before. 1 pan, 2 pots. That's it. And then just utensils, like 5 knives, 5 forks, 5 spoons. And then these here. Those are all the kitchen tools that I have left. Now, one thing that Sarah over at Small Changes says is that if you use the same tool for several things, then do that. So, for example, a potato masher. If you can mash your potatoes with a fork, then do that and get rid of the tool. One other thing she also said was you can always borrow things. So if you need something for just now, then borrow it from someone you know. I borrowed a scale from my mom yesterday. The kids' room looks a lot different. There's hardly anything in here and there's so many more surfaces that you can see. Now, Sarah said that when it comes to other people, you can't really declutter for them as easily, especially kids. So you have to give them some options. So I took out all the toys, took away the things that they definitely wouldn't use, and then let them decide what they wanted to keep for this week. Emilia decided to go with her Lego friends and some coloring supplies, whereas Lucas had his cars and his Duplos. And that's what they're gonna play with for this week. Why is it that the kids just can't fold their towels? I don't know how many times I've told them. Okay, I'm so excited to move and get 2 bathrooms, and they're both bigger than this one. It's exciting. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of new videos in our new house with getting settled and organizing. So if you wanna follow along with that, then subscribe and we'll show you all those things.
It's on this side.
Subscribe! You get it, you know how it is. Now, in here, there are some good advice too. Like my makeup, for example. It's always good to use, especially in the morning. No, that's what wasn't. In here, I had a lot more makeup. One thing she said, Sarah, was to use the things, to keep the things that you use daily. So these are all the things I use daily, or at least every other day. And the rest I packed. Also, it doesn't look like it, but all these baskets have maybe like 10% left in them. Bandages, 100% of them. We have kids, we need those. See, in here, all empty. Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah, exactly.
It already feels a lot clearer in the house, I might say. I mean, we've been kind of getting to this point over the last few days.
Yeah.
And I like it.
I do too. I mean, I think I'm expecting to have a lot of inconveniences, like, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish I had that. So I think my expectations for this whole process is that it'll be nice, it'll be a lot clearer, less like stress around me from like physical things, but maybe a bit more inconvenient. What do you think, Benna?
I'm thinking the kitchen would probably be like just the plates and glasses and stuff. I think that's gonna be annoying.
I don't know, I really think that the kids are gonna be like, learn to do their dishes after they're done using it. That's what I want, at least, is when you're done using a dish, you clean it.
I think it's probably important not to give the wrong idea about minimalism, because I think there are probably a lot of different levels of minimalism, and I think, you know, just having one per person is probably the extreme of it. Mm-hmm. I think it's all about finding what works. We actually don't have a whole lot of clothes to begin with, so that wasn't a huge deal for us. We did also go through our wardrobe not too long ago, so you can check that video out up here. It's been a week, and I think it works for us for a week. But granted, a week is probably way too little to determine if you can be an extreme minimalist.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think there are definitely awesome things about it, and there are some things that I was like, no, not gonna do this. One of the good things, two of the good things. One was Emilia. She always takes forever to get dressed. She's our 7-year-old. This week, it took her like a minute, 30 seconds. Like, up, pick out an outfit, get dressed, that's it. Because she didn't have a lot, so it's just so easy for her to just pick an outfit.
With regards to the kids, I think they actually handled it really well.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
One of the things
a lot better than I thought.
That Sarah mentioned was that you kind of have to give some time for like free play to develop, which we've also experienced. We definitely are not afraid of being okay with our kids being bored and them telling us that they're bored. But even though we removed like 90% of their toys, I think they, I didn't notice a difference.
They can make a mess with like no toys at all. Like, it's amazing. That's something I realized. Like, you can find that kids can make a mess out of nothing. Nothing. Lucas, at one point, he got the salt off the kitchen table and made a mess on the floor and was drawing in the salt on the floor, which was very artsy of him.
Creative play?
Yes. but yeah, they can be happy and have fun with very little things. One thing I didn't like was the dishes. I did dishes all the time. I've just done the dishes for the 3rd time today, and basically every single time I've been giving my kids a snack or grabbing a glass of water myself for the past few days, I've done the dishes. So maybe the 5 plates, like 7 glasses thing was a little bit too extreme. I had to do dishes after every meal, before like cooking. I was doing dishes a lot because we just had that 1 plate per person, 1 glass per person basically. And I know I said that the kids were gonna do it. They didn't.
No.
It ended up being me or you that did it all the time. So, like you said, I think if we were doing this more permanently, we'd set up those routines better and just really like teach the kids this is how we do it. And I think it would be easier then to just have 1 plate or 1 glass. But I don't want just 1 plate and 1 glass.
That was a little too I thought that was annoying. But also, I mean, we had definitely fine-tuned the number of plates and dishes and cutlery and utensils and what have you to match our habits, our like day-to-day routines, the size of our dishwasher. I mean, that was like a well-oiled machine, and we just kind of messed with that with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was, I mean, we were obviously packing up stuff this week. It's been quite stressful, as you can imagine, moving a big family from one house to another. But I think it was less stressful. Like, getting a bunch of the stuff out beforehand and then just giving the house a little bit of room to breathe. That was nice, and I noticed it, and I appreciated it.
Yeah,
so,
I did too. Like, walking down the stairs in the morning into like the hallway where it's just clear, like no shoes lying there cluttering, like no bags lying there cluttering, and walking into the kitchen as well, and just like all the counters were clear. I mean, we didn't have a lot on there. We did a video not too long ago about how we completely overhauled our kitchen and really cleared up a lot of counter space, but
this was taking it to the next level.
There was actually like nothing on the counter, and that was so nice. Because we have a tiny kitchen, so I think especially in tiny spaces, it's really nice not to have basically anything on the counter.
This is a great exercise, I think, moving into a new house where we do have loads more space than we do here. But I think there's a tendency when you move to just buy a bunch of stuff that you think would look nice. And I think this was a good like reality check. We probably want to tone it down a little bit. Keep in mind the things that are nice about also just not having too much stuff.
Exactly. I couldn't have said that better myself.
Thank you.
I got a haircut. You probably noticed. Some of you probably noticed, didn't you? Like from the other clips to now.
Yeah.
That's much. Anyways.
Looks good.
Thanks.
Where are you on the spectrum of minimalism? Like extreme minimalists, not at all minimalists? Where would you place yourself? Yeah. Put a comment in the comment section and let us know. If you like this video or you like these kind of experiments or want to see more videos on the topic of minimalism, then leave us a like and let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more of our move preparation, then check out this other video that we've done on 10 things to declutter before a move, or, you know, just if you want to declutter, then some good advice. And then we'll see you next week.
Bye.